making jalapeno bread.
I am Jen and I am Juju's mom, and we love baking bread. We're going to start making recipes together, and the first one we're doing is for mom's class, so I have to make a video and she's going to help me. So we're going to make a jalapeno bread, but we're going to go over the things that we need. So the first thing that we need is bread flour. You're going to need about 3.5 cups of bread flour. Then you need 2.5 cups of shredded cheese. You're going to divide it, so this is 2 cups, and then we'll have 1/2 cup of shredded cheese to go over the top, make it gooey. Then we have 2 jalapenos that we seeded, took the seeds out, and we chopped it out. Our dog wants to go outside. Go lay down.
It smells like jalapeno.
It smells like jalapeno bread. Awesome.
But before we get started, leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on those notifications.
That's right. She's trying to start her YouTube channel. Also, we'll need 2 cups of hot water because we're going to have to add some active yeast. Remember that? To make it the bread. Rise, that's the heat, the hot water. And then the recipe calls for kosher salt, but we just use sea salt because that's what we have in the pantry.
Yes, and I have water, so I'm gonna go after a while and get some water because it's right there.
Right. And then the recipe that we got was from tasty.com. So we're gonna put that in the description box. Is that what we call it?
Yes.
Okay, we put the link in the description box. In case you're interested in. My friends, family, everybody loves this bread. Juju does not like this bread because it's spicy.
But I like the other breads that are not spicy, and we are going to make cookie dough bread one time.
We are going to come back and make cookie dough bread. Another thing you'll need is the olive oil that we put in here, and you'll need a Dutch oven. So the Dutch oven that we like to use so far is from Chrissy Teigen. It's called Cravings. I just love how it looks, and it cooks it really, really well.
And it makes it taste amazing.
Makes it taste amazing. We also have like a little mini one, Chrissy Teigen's Cravings, for Juju, and she wants to make her small bread. So, you ready to get started?
Yes, let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna need to do is in a large bowl. So in this bowl, we're gonna put 3.5 cups of bread flour. So you wanna get the bread flour?
Yep, bread flour.
Bread flour.
A big steam of bread flour.
And it can get a little messy, but sometimes that's the fun of it, because that's what we have mops and brooms for. So roll up those sleeves. What was the first thing that we did though before we started messing with stuff?
Wash your hands.
We washed our hands, we washed the area, and she is going to do 3.5 cups. So you can do the half. Put that in there. Do you want one whole cup? Okay, I got your half.
Me too. Break it up so it doesn't hard to get. And this will definitely get messy.
You gotta remember, how many is that?
1 and 1.
Okay, keep going. Need 2 more cups. We always have to stop for a little jam break, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
So if your flour is not easy to get, you just like hit it like that and like crumble it so it gets easier, and then you scoop it on the side. Make sure
to level it up. Level it off. Okay. We normally have like a little knife, but we don't this time. Okay?
Just one more.
And we try to prep this part beforehand because it's going to take 60 minutes to let it rise. And so we kind of try to do this either in the morning if we're going to do it, or give ourselves some time before we know that we want to actually eat the bread. So we have
Like pause the video and come back when it's done so you don't have to hour.
Right. We're gonna edit it though. So we won't sit here for an hour. We'll edit it. So we have our flour in there. You ready for the cheese?
Yes.
So it does ask for 2 cups of cheese. Anytime we have a recipe with cheese and it gives measurements, I don't pay attention to the measurements because we love cheese. So I just wing it and that's what we put down. So we're gonna put that in there. We can just pour
Cheese.
cheddar cheese.
Oh, I got one.
We need to, you can go ahead and start mixing it if you want to. We're gonna put in the chopped jalapenos. Good thing you grabbed that cheese before the jalapenos went in there. Okay, go ahead and start stirring that. And I'm gonna give you the salt. How much salt do we need? 1 tablespoon.
Halloween is in 6 days. I'm so excited. I'll be your boss. Yip, yip, hooray.
So she's just gonna combine it until
I feel like in water.
we're gonna get to that part. So we have to do the yeast in the water.
Yeast.
Yeast.
I need to mix it. All of these jalapenos will know what's coming. Oh, this is nice.
Doing a good job.
Oh, it smells so nice. Oh my gosh, it smells so nice.
The house is about to smell amazing. Oh, we have to give a shout out to our camera guy. It is Sneaky Daddy. He is in behind the scenes. Yep, doing our camera, helping with the cool effects. All right, do you want to do the water now? So in a separate bowl, this bowl right here, and the recipe is going to tell you to put the dough in a separate bowl for the water. So I always use a large bowl for the water because we're going to pour the dough in here.
But why? Wait, so this is for the mixing and that is for like this.
The wet. Yeah. So you put your dry and then you put your wet. So we're going to do 2 cups of warm water because that'll activate the yeast.
And don't think that we just grabbed a cup, filled it up with hot water, and jumped it in there. That's a measuring cup. And it has 2 cups measured on. So we did that. So we put the water all the way up to the measurement, and that's what we put in there.
Thank you for that disclosure. All right, so we have to do, for the yeast, I never remember these recipes, so I always print them out, especially this one. Maybe one day I'll make it so much I'll just know it. So 2 1/4 teaspoon. Do you want to let Samson in and then wash your hands?
I told you, you don't want to go outside.
Hold on, we'll take a break. We gotta let him in and dry him off. Hold him. Sorry about that.
We had to put our dogs in.
We did, but we brought him in and then we washed our hands. So we're back. All right, so for the yeast, you have the 2 cups of warm water. I just use like hot water. I'm a rebel like that. And then we use 2, I already forgot how many, 2 1/4 teaspoon. Teaspoon. I'd be like, David. Got 2.
It looks so cool.
2.
Where did you get the yeast?
I got the yeast at the grocery store. For a while, during everything, there was no yeast. It was like everybody was stuck inside their house and all they were making was bread. So there wasn't any yeast. I have to cut this. So let me cut this really quick. While I'm cutting, you can talk to them. I did 2 1/4. I got that. He can make a. You want to come say hi? Come say hi.
I was just staring.
You're staring off. This is Sneaky C.
Come on.
You're gonna say hi really quick?
Hi.
We're making jalapeno bread and our viewers are watching. So we're at the part where we're doing the water and the 1/4 cup of yeast. right? All right.
Do you want it?
She must be going back to wash her hands. All right.
How do you smell it?
You can't get her babies out of here. It's
Good.
yeast. Okay, so we're going to put this mixture on top. I'll wait for Juju to come back. The boys always like to come in and see what we're doing so they know what they're gonna ready to eat. This one's jalapenos.
Okay.
You washed your hands, baby? We're big advocates for washing your hands just even before COVID, especially when we're dealing with food. We always wash our hands. All right. You ready, baby girl? I need your help to pour this flour in there.
Okay, wait.
Pour the...
That doesn't look like yeast.
I know. It's like, I want to make sure it mixes well. So if you can see, we're pouring it in here. Trying not to splatter.
With all the lights just hitting.
Normally we don't cook with a ring light. So it's new. Okay, I think we have all of it.
I want to mix it.
We're gonna mix it.
Mix it.
We're just gonna stir, stir, stir. You wanna see? Okay, and then we'll call you back up when it's about ready, okay? You wanna see us make it? Go wash your hands and then you can put a little chair over here. There's one. You're right. Go wash your hands. You can mix it. So you're gonna mix it until you get all of it, and then once all the dough and the water and yeast is together, you kind of fold it 8 times, 8 times, 8 times. Like you're go from the side into the middle. Go from the side into the middle. So we just turn the bowl while we're doing it. And then we're gonna cover it with a towel. And then where do we like to hide ours?
In the cupboard.
In the cupboard. Mommy Eni told us that trick. Before I would put it out on the cabinet and it wouldn't rise. And I didn't know what I was doing, but she learned that trick in Germany that they just all put like a towel. Yeah, a little kitchen towel over it, and they sit it in their cabinets because it's dark and it's warm. We put it right by the oven, and then we set a timer on the Alexa. We have to whisper because she'll start to do it.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Come right here. You gonna share with me?
Wait, what about echo dot? Can we do echo dot?
You can.
Yeah, echo dot.
You got it? You need me to help you?
Yes.
You're looking like... That's why, because Mommy's got the big guns.
Does it look wobbly?
It doesn't, because all of them is in, all of the water is in the dough.
It looks soft. It is like, it's like activator and slime. I mean, glue.
That's really a good way of looking at it. That's what the yeast does. Kind of activates it and makes all of the ingredients do what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're getting it. You can see it's kind of all mixed together.
And those jalapenos.
There's lots of jalapenos.
Ooh.
You gotta say it like Mama Eni. How does Mama Eni say it?
Jalapeno.
Jalapenos. So we're gonna put it. We're gonna stir it in until we get it all mixed up. Up, 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 up. And then do you wanna go get that towel that we're gonna put over there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna put the rest in there. Hmm? It's right there, love. By the caster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're gonna cover it up, and then we're gonna go put it in the cabinet for it to rise. Do you want to set a timer?
Yeah. Yes. For 60 minutes.
60 minutes, and we're gonna let somebody else do the counting of the time for us. So hit it.
Alexa, set a timer for 60 minutes.
1 hour, starting now.
She likes to convert because she's cool like that. We're gonna put it in there. Thank you. This is Mother-Daughter Rising. We'll be back.
Hey guys, we're back. And now
There we go. Now we're back. All right. So what do?
we are going to be folding the bread 8 times so it will not collapse.
Right. So it was an hour. We took it out of the cabinet, folded 8 more times, and we put it back into the pantry. Or to the cabinet. That's what we're gonna do. And then while it's sitting in the pantry for 30 more minutes, or the cabinet, you're going to preheat the oven for 30 minutes at 450 with the cast iron inside of it. So we kind of already did that part, and we're coming back to you guys in about 30 more minutes to show you what we do once the oven is preheated.
Yep. Hi. Hey guys, we're back and we are gonna start to put it in the oven.
Alright, so first we're going to do is you need to prep your area. So this has already been wiped down and clean. I'm going to wipe it with a paper towel just one more time so you have anything that might be on there, since that's going to be your surface.
Or you can use something like a chopping board.
You could as well. So normally what we do is we wipe this down, wipe, and then we also put parchment paper down, because the parchment paper is going to be what we put directly into the Dutch oven.
You smack me.
Sorry. Alright, so we're going to put that down. We're going to put a little bit of the flour down. Why do we put the flour?
Yep.
Do you remember why?
So it won't stick.
So-
And also this is not stick.
So it won't stick.
Time to roll up your sleeves and cook.
And then give me your hands so I can get your hands all floured up so it won't stick to her hands. Perfect. She's going to get her hands all floury. And then the next thing we're going to do is pull out the dough. Step. So,
The dough.
oh, I already pulled it out. I forgot. Okay. So we're going to take this. We're going to peel the yummy dough. It didn't really rise like a lot. I was expecting it, you know, normally it's big, but it's never huge. It just does like a little rise. So we're gonna take it. Let me get my hands a little floury in here.
I'm spreading out the flour so it can more spread out so it looks like on the sides.
It's alright. It's heavy. Okay. So she's gonna get that and just get the flour to go all around it so we can make it a nice surface that we can use. So we just kind of fold it in again, bring it around, around town. Let me move the bowl so you can see. Flip it on the other side. Here, let's put some more dough. Flour. So now it's been nice and floury. We kind of try to make it into like a round dough.
What about all this stuff?
We're gonna wash it off.
But
Oh yeah, you can add it. You can add it to it. And so we're going to flip the dough over. Can you flip it over one more time? I'm washing my hands and I can come help you. She's gonna flip it over. Kind of get it into like, you got it? Perfect. She's gonna flip it like a baby. And then put it down. Perfect. So it goes on the parchment paper. We do all of that because we're just gonna put it right into the Dutch oven. And then what she's going to do is she's gonna brush the top with some olive oil. So I'm gonna grab the olive oil for her. Let me get the, do you need me to pour it for you? And then let me get the brush for you. You gonna do the brush? The brush. I gotta find it. It's probably back on this side again. You wanna get down real quick? There you go, so you don't fall off. I'm taking you this way, that way, this way, that way. This brush always is biting. Sorry guys, if it's loud. This brush always always hides from me, and I can never find it. It's always somewhere. So somewhere it's not supposed to be. Oh, here it is. So you're going to go ahead and pour the olive oil. Go ahead and brush it. That's just going to make it nice and crispy. La la la, la la la, la la la. So that does it, and that makes it so that the cheese will stick to the top of the bread.
It will stick.
So I'm going to go ahead and pour that
The yummy cheese.
yummy cheese over it. Yum, 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 yum. Let's see if you can see it. Yummy cheese, yummy cheese.
And the yummy cheese.
And the yummy cheese. Our camera guy took a break for just a little bit. So we're doing it old school style. Then we're going to take a knife. I'm going to do this part for her. This one's the sharp one.
Make sure you have adult supervision.
And we're just going to cut an X like this. Kind of make the bread. Right into the bread. Okay? From there, we take one jalapeno. I took it and I sliced it. I left the seeds in because they're going to go right over the top. So we just put it, sprinkle it right over the top. That way, when you get it, you get a nice bite. Juju's over there creating an animal creature or something with her dough. I don't know.
Mini version.
Mini
Yep,
version.
yep. It's definitely spicy.
So we're going to take the Dutch oven out of the oven. Dutch oven out the oven. And it's empty, remember? We're just going to take the lid off.
Oh, what?
I don't know if you can see it, but there's steam coming out. Awesome.
There's a lot.
And then we're going to take the paper. And this part I kind of do for her as well, just because this Dutch oven is nothing to mess with and it's hot. So we just put that in there so that this part comes over. Tear off like the little
And
extras.
I will cook my tiny bread.
She's going to cook her tiny bread. We're going to put the lid back on. And then we're going to cover, with the lid cover, we're going to cook it for 30 minutes. So we just talked to our homegirl, Alexa. Go ahead and set a timer for 30 minutes. She's not listening, so we're going to ask her again. Alexa, set a timer for 30 minutes.
Second timer. 30 minutes. Starting now.
We put her in like that, and in 30 minutes, all we're going to do is take the lid off, put it back in the oven for about 15 more minutes, and then it's done.
Almost the end.
Our bread is done, our bread is done. All right, so it went off after 30 minutes in. I took the lid off. There's the lid, and kept it back in there for, I did like 20 minutes because we kind of like it a little crispy on the top. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. Our cameraman is still taking a break, so I'm going to have to lift it for you. And let me get this
Oh my
closed.
gosh, it's so warm.
It's so warm in here. We actually have another bread that's going in, cinnamon raisin. So I have another Le Creuset Dutch oven that I'm just gonna put in here to get that warmed up for that bread. But I don't know if you can see, here is our jalapeno cheddar bread. There's Juju's head,
Yes.
jalapeno cheddar bread. Our cameraman's back. Cameraman, are you gonna help us?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bread out of the cast iron and put it on a wire rack to kind of cool down. She wants to show.
Cameraman's here.
Can't even see you. Stop being shy. Thank you, cameraman. Just follow us. So we're gonna take it out. I'm gonna do this part for Juju because it's a little hard and
And we're gonna put it on this tray here. And definitely make an adult do this.
yes, I'm gonna do it with the thing because
It's hard.
it's hot.
It turns
We're gonna
upside
flip it over. There we go. you know, real life.
It's still
It's
cooling
so
down.
soft in the middle, but the top part is just a little bit crispy. That's how we like it because
The middle is like if you had marshmallows and you had chocolate around it, the chocolate's like the outing, and then on the inside you have nice melted marshmallows.
that's what this bread is for us. So things that we do with it, we cut it open. You have to let it sit, let it cool a little bit before you start to cut it, but you can have it in the morning with like your coffee to have like a little salt and sweet because we would use mainly creamer for our coffee. Or another thing that we like to do for lunches is we cut it up and use it as like bread for grilled cheese. Amazing.
And when it's fresh, you don't have to cook the bread.
That's right. When it's fresh, we have to eat it fast, huh? Because it doesn't last long on the counter. So this is how we make our jalapeno bread. Again, go ahead.
Homemade.
Homemade. Again, we use tasty.com for the recipe. We'll put that link in the description.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
You're going to leave a like and subscribe below. And how about they tell us what's the next thing they want us to make?
Yeah.
So you guys let us know what's the next thing you guys want us to make or try or do. And Mother Daughter Rising will do it, right?
And don't forget to smash that like button, okay?
Go ahead.
Smash it.
You smash that like button. She's so good. She's our publicist here, right? Awesome. Thank you for watching our first ever episode of Mother Daughter Rising, and we will be back.
Hi, I'm Juliana. Wait, no, I'm Juliana. And this is our channel. And
We can start it over. This will be in the bloopers.
Hi, I'm Juliana, and we are going to make some jalapeno bread.
Jalapeno bread.
And
I'm Mommy. I'm Juju's mom. Okay, that's a blooper too.